Okay, this video is my 2K26 wish list. We're gonna start with gameplay because I know that's what everybody is concerned about for the most part. Um, let's start with the baseline. Okay, when we drive baseline, we should be able to drive baseline. It shouldn't be some kind of, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It's so weird how anytime you try to go down there, you just automatically step on the baseline and you're just out of bounds, and it's like a waste. Everybody that defends you down there, they just force you. They play on your high shoulder, and they force you to go down there just because they know that unless you have great control over your stick, there's then nothing is gonna come from it, you know. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Baseline. Okay, let's fix the baseline. Um, Passing. If I have a 99 pass accuracy, right, I should be able to make every pass on the floor, just about like, and it should be pretty accurate too. You know, anytime somebody has a 99 attribute, whether it's a 99 three-point shot or a 99 pass, whatever, anytime they try to do that action for whatever attribute it's for, like it should be basically perfect. You know, I'm not one of the people that thinks you should make 100% of your threes if you have a 99 3-point. I'm not that person. But if you have a 99 3-point and you're wide open, man, that mess should be going in at least 60% of the time. So long as you know, so long as you know your jump shot like halfway. Like, I don't know if you're halfway decent with the jump shot. So like with the passing, I got a 99 pass accuracy on some builds, and sometimes, like, I don't know, I just you just be throwing the ball away sometimes on some passes, and I guess, if you're related to real life, if like a, let's say, a 99 passer would be like a Chris Paul, or like maybe a Halliburton, or like a Steve Nash or something. I guess they're human and at times they make mistakes. Maybe that could be 2K's argument, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Also, with passing, if I'm standing somewhere and somebody's standing in front of me with their hands up and they're not moving, they just have their hands up, and I have a high pass accuracy, the game should give me some kind of animation to where I can avoid um that the defender. Like, I shouldn't just be throwing the ball directly into the defender. Okay? So yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that bothers me. Bump steals. Bump steals are very unrealistic, and I use it to my advantage. I will bump steal somebody if they don't know how to position their player properly. I'll take advantage of it, but um, it's just weird. Like, I could see if a player was running full speed and they're out of control. This is me on my big man right here. This is my center. I get busy with my center too. I can see if somebody is, full speed. They got their hand on R2 and they're just out of control. All right. But if I don't have, man, it's a lot of stuff wrong with, like, man, dribbling, man. If I'm not on turbo and I have a high ball handle, it should be some kind of animation that allows me to, like, you know, maneuver. Like, people shouldn't be able to just bump steal. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. The mechanics behind it, the physics is just kind of. It should be better. Just especially if I have a high ball handle. Okay, so So we gotta fix that. What else? What else? What else? Bump steals. Shot contest system. I don't know what's up with this. The shot contest system is terrible. Like I don't even know. Like it's hard to even explain. Like you could really be jumping at somebody and they just consider the shot to be open. I don't know what's wrong with that. I don't know what's wrong with that. I don't know, but they need to fix that. I could see if somebody's 6'9" and I'm 6'2", and they could shoot over me. Okay, all right, but I don't know. What about some small pesky defenders that maybe they can make it hard for some bigger defenders? I know like Chris Paul is like a small pesky defender. Maybe even if another person shoots over him, they still kind of feel his presence just because of his positioning or him. He's able to position his hands in certain places where you gotta protect the ball in a certain kind of way just to get away from him. That should be like a weak contest. Like I was watching Jalen Brunson the other day. He was making a move on Drew Holiday, and he had to position the ball in an awkward way just because Drew Holiday, was he's a good defender, and maybe he didn't get a hand up in Brunson's face, but him having to like move the ball over to his right hip to stay away from Holiday, like that matters. Like that affects his shot. Like it makes it harder for him to shoot. So maybe things like that. Maybe 2K should consider things like that. Floaters. 2K needs to add, I don't know, some kind of animations where we can get consistent floaters, because floaters aren't even a shot to even consider as a guard in the game. Like we don't have that shot option really in competitive play. We don't really have that. In 2K24 we did. They took it out. What else? Okay. Actually, that has to do with my core. We're gonna talk about that later. Some of these canned cut animations where you're trying to cut to the basket and the player just kind of bumps you and you have to stay in this animation for way longer than you want. You could be trying to run the opposite. Look at how I just blocked that dude. Look at that. Look at how I just blocked that. Look at this. I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2". This is a whole center. This is a small. I don't know. Maybe not a center. He looks like he might be the biggest dude on the court. But I be telling y'all about interior defense. Look at this. I'm blocking big dudes' dunks, bro. Look at this. That's my block. Look at the top right. They gave me that block. That's my block. Anyways, well, yeah, canned animations. Some of these canned animations, we gotta fix these, like running into screens, and if we're trying to cut to the basket and the defender, sometimes they could bump you and you just have to keep running towards the basket even though it's not helping you. You could be trying to running the opposite direction. You could try running the opposite direction and it just has you in an animation that you just can't get out of. I don't appreciate those. What else? Um, okay, let's talk about RNG. We have to take RNG out of the game because it's not fair for me to make my shot and not make my shot. Y'all understand? I don't like. What's the point of me timing my shot correctly? Like I'm. I hear that they trying to make the game better for casuals or whatever. I don't know, man. They just need to. I don't know, man. I don't know what the. Yeah, I don't know, bro. If I make my shot, bro, allow me to make my shot. Okay, it's only fair. Like we spend all this money on this game. These bills cost $100 a pop. You know, I don't know where does that happen in real basketball. Like I don't. That's it's just so weird. It just seems so common sense to me how you give me a jump shot, I learn it, I practice it, I master it, but then I can get it right, and you don't want me to make it for whatever. I don't know, bro. Allow us to make our shots. Shoot. Keep tempo shooting in the game. Tempo shooting is great. I love tempo shooting. Keep that in the game. Um, with these catch animations, it is realistic, but you, but then if you combine it with RNG, it's just kind of all over the place. You can look at this build I got right here. I be getting buckets on this build. 98 pass, 97 handle, 96 steal. I told you that steal is cheesy. Putting up almost 25 a game with this dude right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got these. It's like I have when I'm playing. It's like I have 5 different jumpers, and it's just I don't know. It's just too much, man. Like shooting in 24 was cash money, bro. Like I was cash money. I'm still a good shooter in this game. I just not as much. Like 2K24, I was probably like high 50%, probably like 57% kind of that kind of shooter. It's another build where I be getting buckets, man. I'm just showing y'all I be getting buckets, man. I get buckets. Um yeah, 2K24, I was probably like high 50% from the 3-point line. This game, I'm like probably mid 50, like 53 to 55 type. If I had a 99 3-point build, I'd definitely be 60%. But I think 99 3-point is just overkill. But yeah, these catch animations with RNG is just too much. They need to figure that out. They need to give us either consistent catch animations or reduce RNG. Me, I'm okay with a smaller green window as long as it's consistent. It's the same shot, every time I can just master it and I can just make it. I'm not asking 2K to allow us to make 100% of our shots. That's not realistic, you know. But if I know my shot, man, and if I'm hitting that thing, it must be going in like 60% of the time. If you know it, if you practice it and you know it, you know. And just to piggyback off of that, in my court, I appreciate y'all giving us my court, right? But make the catch animations in my court the same as game catch animations. Like, give us the ability to practice the different catch animations. If you're gonna give us all these catch animations, let us practice it. I see that in Lethal Shooter. In Lethal Shooter's gym, you have the game catch animation, but in my court, you don't. So whatever the reason for that is, please change it. Please fix it for us. Okay. Cap breakers. Keep cap breakers in the game. Cap breakers are great. We all love cap breakers. Um, yeah, yeah. Keep cap breakers. I love cap breakers. Yeah. I don't think you should really change anything about cap breakers. You got to play the game a whole lot just to get them, just to get like starter 4, vet 2, and it makes sense. It will separate people who the people who really like to play the game and people who don't. So yeah. Look at this game right here, 5 for 6 from 3. It can be done, man. You can shoot real well in this game. It can be done. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay, what else? What else we got? Here's another thing. When we playing in the rec, every now and again we know how we look at it. I dunked on the whole team. Every now and again, in the rec we have a game where we have a good game against a squad of 5, and it was competitive, and it was like, dang, I wonder how it would go if this was like maybe a best out of 3 series, or a best out of 5, or a best out of 7, right? We should be able to look at this 5 out of 5. It can be done. It can be done. You could shoot real well in this game. But I do have those games where I'm like, man, I cannot buy a shot, and it's just weird. I don't know why I can't buy a shot, but I experienced those games too. Just like everybody else. But yeah, I wonder if that was an option, where if we had a game in the rec and it was a good game, can 2K give us the option to vote to play that team again? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. Tattoos real quick. Give us the ability to copy NBA player tattoos. If I want the full LaMelo Ball tattoo set, I should be able to put those tattoos on my player. Or J.R. Smith, whatever, anybody, LeBron. I should be able to do that. Okay. That's gameplay. Oh, takeovers. Keep takeover. I love the takeover system this year. This is great. I like how, as you're warming up, your player gets better incrementally in increments, right? I think that's great. Look at this 48-point game, 8 for 10 from 3. This is a good game I had. 48. Yeah. Okay. What else we got? Okay, now let's just talk about my court. We're going to wrap up this video talking about my court. Okay. Camera angles. We should be able to change camera angles in my court. Ooh, excuse me. Full court dribbling. I should be able to practice my full court dribbling in my court. I should have the option to switch my camera angle. I should have the option to not switch my camera when I go to the other side of the court in my court. I should have the option to stay on one angle where I can just look at the other basket while I'm at the other basket, if that makes sense. While I'm down court on the other hoop, I should be able to still see everything in front of me. I don't want it to flip. I should be able to do that. And then I should also be able to play one-on-one full court with bots. I should be able to invite Kawhi Leonard to my court and play him full court one-on-one. And I should also be able to not have to play defense. I should be able to just have a possession and then reset it and just keep ball and just practice my offense. I should be able to do that too. Fatigue in my court, I should be able to turn that on and off. And what else? A shot counter on my shooting machine. It should show how many shots I've shot, how many I've made, and it should give me a make miss percentage. That's everything I could think of. That's my wish list. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. All right.